Hello, everybody. Welcome to TL's Roadhouse. Randy Rogers in the house. Come on, man. How are you, brother?
Arizona.
Maricopa.
Never been here before.
I don't know if we been here before, boys.
I feel like we have, but
nothing looks familiar to me. I mean, we've played a lot of these things out here, but this one doesn't particularly look familiar.
It looks like a casino.
Yes. Just another casino with bells and lights and but we just came from Las Vegas. It's been National Finals Rodeo, so we've been out there playing our individual shows, and I tell you what, the food is a lot better in Las Vegas than it is here. Just
well,
you know that.
I love this place.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It is, but very different than Vegas.
Very different than Vegas.
100% different.
Yeah, it's got a lot of the similar machines inside, but it's very different than Vegas.
I heard that you won money, which congratulations, because I lost money.
Yeah.
So we pretty much broke even then, I guess.
There we go. If we were married, that's the way it'd be.
Yeah.
So how's your year been, brother?
It's been busy. The busiest year maybe ever that I've had.
Really?
I guess I just said yes to everything. So when the agents were booking the shows 8 months ago, we were coming out of COVID and coming out of that weird year,
And crowds have been good, too. I mean,
the crowds have been great. Yeah. Just really, really busy. So busy, in fact, that next year I said, I'm slowing down. Like, I can't keep this up.
How many dates are you going to finish up with?
This year, probably 98, 99 full band, almost 100 full band shows.
Yeah.
And then Wade Bone and I do our Hold My Beer and Watch This acoustic thing, which takes about 20 shows, and then the privates and the radio stuff, like, you know.
All that stuff.
So it adds up. Like, I don't know, like with travel, probably 165, 170 days out here on a bus or an airplane.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot. I think we finished up right at 95, I think is what it's going to be like for us. And we lost a few. We had to cancel a few dates. But golly, man, it
was a makeup, It was like you're making up for all the stuff, the reschedules and the cancellations, and then, wow, the normal tour schedule, and then...
Well, and everybody was so anxious just to get back out and drink and party and, everything that music brings to the situation, I've never experienced anything where... music was shut down like it was. The theater world and the music world and everything, entertainment just went away. I've never seen anything like that. Even in other situations when the economy crashes or whatever, people still go out and listen to live music. It's something that is just it's the escape for a lot of people. And to have that taken away, I think is probably about as bad as it could possibly get for all of us.
Well, we're cheap entertainment, right? I mean, that's what we are. Like, we are, go take your girl out to dinner and... go dancing. That's what we are. I mean, our band is, right? So we played every dance hall. We played every, nightclub. Like, through the years, we are your Saturday night where your getaway, and they did. It went away. And so it's nice to be back.
Yeah.
But next year, I promise you, I know my family's watching this and listening. I'm going to slow down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Pump the brakes, baby.
Yeah. I said that coming out of COVID, too, and it didn't work.
Oh, my wife told me. She goes, yeah, you're going to say yes to all those gigs.
Yeah. Are you, when you lay your year out, man, do you go through and block like certain things? Do you block time for family vacation with the kids? How old are your kids, by the way?
Yeah, now the kids are 12, 9, and 5, so they're all little girls, by the way.
Yeah.
And so, yes, now I'm looking at the school calendar. For instance, I missed, and I've missed every single time they've pretended to be cheerleaders, and they go to the homecoming in New Braunfels, Texas, where we go.
Yeah.
The Unicorns, by the way. New Braunfels Unicorns, the only unicorns in the country, I believe.
All right.
They go and they pretend to be cheerleaders at homecoming, and I've missed it every year. I'm not missing it this year.
I understand.
So, like, there's my word on that.
The Unicorns.
Yeah, so, I have to...
They're very elusive from what I hear.
I have to now, if, I am going to be a really wonderful daddy, I'm going to have to block some time and just be dad, not worry about making all the,
I made that mistake coming up and missed a lot of things with the kids that I wish I could get back. But, you learn as you get older. I mean, we're trying to do more things with them now. But, mine were in dance and all that stuff. So it was really hard to, they had dance competition every freaking weekend, dance.
Yeah, thing about being a girl dad, it's like, I'm not missing football practice. I would feel more guilty about missing that.
See, that's wrong, man.
And that's bullshit, right?
It is.
It's horrible.
A double standard, man. It is
completely.
It is.
Like, I mean, Yes, I take them to gymnastics, but I'm not missing, basketball or whatever. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, and when do they start dating? That's the
No. That's
yes,
not.
they're gonna date.
No,
Absolutely, absolutely.
no.
Oh,
They're just
yeah.
little right now, and they're so cute.
It happens so fast. God, and then you become so stupid.
But, for instance, like you just told me, so I think you're about 10 years older than me, so, and you just told me a very, good piece of information. You look back, I'm 44. When you were 44, you were working. You felt like you were working too much, probably.
Absolutely.
And then you said it wasn't worth it.
Yep.
And so, I take that as valuable information because a lot of my friends that are your age or older have, in this industry, have told me the same thing. And if I don't heed that, knowledge and information, I'll look back and I'll think, well, I had the tools, I had the people, I had the mentors, I had the, forethought and, what is that balance between this stupid life that we live that's crazy and those little beautiful people at home?
It's all about finding balance for that.
Interesting.
And Disney is the devil. Have you taken your kids to Disney World yet?
Oh, I refuse. I've been by myself, and it's awesome by yourself. By the way. You get a fast pass, and all the other parents are there, and they're like, "Why are you here without children?" And I'm like, "I don't know. See you later."
Yeah, but it's very tough, man. It's that's a hard thing, dude.
Yeah. We're not doing that.
Yeah. Well,
See, that's another.
so where do
great
you
thing.
take your kids on vacation? What do you do?
We go to the beach.
Okay. Yeah.
Little girls love the beach, the sand.
Absolutely, they love the
Like we go down to Port Aransas, Texas.
Yeah.
Port A. Go down there, and or we go to Rosemary Beach, in Florida.
Yep.
And you just pop on the beach, and it's done.
I understand.
They're so happy.
It makes it a lot easier.
I don't love the beach. Like I don't like getting dirty. So it's just sand and a sandwich, and like it's just.
Well, there's not
nasty.
anything to do.
Yeah.
That's just I need like some kind of activity.
Yeah, throw a
Whether it's,
football.
or some cornhole or washers or just anything to do. I got to have something like that to do.
Yeah, they love the beach. That's our thing. We are going skiing in January to Steamboat Springs, Colorado.
Yeah.
We love going there. That's where I met my wife, by the way.
Cool.
Take them skiing, and that's it. Like skiing and beach, and then no to Disney World.
You a
Absolutely
good
not.
skier?
Hell no. No, look at me. I'm not an athlete.
Looks are deceiving, though. I mean, you don't have to be a great athlete to ski. You just have to have some kind of coordination.
My one of my dear friends, Parker McCollum, up and coming country singer. He is probably one of the most athletic people that I know. Right? Broke his collarbone.
Yeah.
Snowboarding. I'm like, if he's tall, handsome, and athletic, he breaks his collarbone. What's going to happen to me?
Yeah, you can break all kinds
going
of
out
things
there.
skiing. Knees, shoulders, all of it.
I got to play acoustic shows to make money. Like I can't be losing an arm. I got to pay no guitar player.
Oh man! So I've been wanting to ask this question from somebody that plays in that format. Man, what is the difference between red dirt country and regular country music? Explain the way you view it.
Man, that's been posed to me very, throughout my career very often. We're from Texas. I'm from Texas.
Yep.
And it is, from the outside looking in, probably you can't figure out. You don't understand it. But when you grow up with it, it's just part of your nature and your culture and a way of life. Like when I was 15, I was thinking about, trying to get girls to like me. And if you couldn't dance at 15 in Texas,
Absolutely.
you're not going to talk to a girl, right? So George Strait, Willie Nelson, those things were embedded in my brain when I was little and trying to play guitar, trying to, write songs, and so I don't know I don't know that there is a difference between Nashville and Texas, other than like we can work every weekend in Texas.
Absolutely.
You can make money and play in a band and get in a van, right, and drive around and play shows every single weekend.
Because there are nightclubs all over the place in Texas, still to this day.
I mean, there's no other way to say it other than vast, right? It's vast. There's the, Snook Fest, Winnie. There's
Rattlesnake Roundup.
It's everywhere.
Cattle Barons balls.
It's everywhere. Right?
It's just
every little town has a huge festival. You can play them all.
Yep.
And then every major town has 20 dance halls, and you can play them all. So you just have a job and not a dream. That's the difference. There you go. So Nashville's a dream. Texas is a job.
Do you think there's a difference musically in the sound?
No, because think about it. I mean, all the East Texas guys that came out that defined 90s, country, they were all from Texas.
Yep.
I mean, I want to sound like, once again, George Strait and Willie Nelson, some kind of like weird mix of that, right? Both Texans, So, no, I don't think it's real. Like, people always like to say that like it's Texas versus Nashville or vice versa. I don't see it. Like, I think we're very much part of it now. Think about Cody Johnson. Think about Parker McCollum. Right now, the artists they're from Texas.
Yep.
Leanne Rhymes. I mean, I don't see that there was ever a.
But it's kind of like the same situation of programmers wanting to force a certain format on people. People listen to everything. I mean, they listen to pop and rock. Nowadays, everybody's kind of, you like a little bit of all things. I think everybody kind of spreads out across the board like that. It's not, radio stations are, still want to categorize certain things in a certain slot, whether it's for marketing purposes or shelf space or how they organize you on streaming platforms or whatever. I don't
100%.
I don't think that'll ever go away.
No. Yeah. And that's every walk of life. They do that though,
Absolutely. Yeah. Just part of it though.
I think really it's probably Willie's fault, right? Thank you, Willie, by the way.
Absolutely.
Somewhere in the 70s, he moved back to Texas and said, fuck you, right? So
God bless him.
Yeah, that's
he amazes me. Willie Nelson. You think Willie would be one of the first ones to go, and he's like the last man standing. He's 90 years old and still out there touring this year. It's been pretty amazing to see.
Yeah, I've been lucky. I played shows with him, open for him. I did the show of my life, the George Strait Willie Nelson opener in Austin, Texas, brand new arena. I did it 2 nights, Friday and Saturday. Saturday night, I got done and I laid on the floor. I cried like. If you would have told 15-year-old me that was going to happen one day, I'm a 44-year-old man, and I was moved. Like, I was nervous.
Yeah.
Like, it was just so great to have that feeling and be around 2 legends. And I got time with both of them that night, or both nights, and just dream come true kind of stuff.
If you're like me, I still get nervous around George, man. I do, man. I've looked up to him since I was a little kid, Yeah. He's influenced so many of us.
We do his golf tournament every year. Yeah. Vaqueros Del Mar is for the Wounded Warriors, and man, it's such a great event. But it's a long event. It starts Sunday. You don't leave until Wednesday, and there's Codigo on every hole. Right? There's Codigo. I mean, it's just tequila heaven, right? Constantly.
And Codigo is straight tequila. That's his brand,
yes. Right? Yeah. I think they just sold it, by the way. I think they
probably
yeah.
So.
But I remember I walked up to him one golf tournament. And I was like, hey, George, because I don't know what to say to George, right? I was like, hey, man, I really like your tequila, the rosé. And he goes, it's Rosa, Randy. He just rolled his eyes and walked off. And I was like, shit, damn, I'm stupid. There was my moment.
Rosé's a wine, man.
There was my moment, and I just blew it. And he just rolled, and that's what's cool about George. He just rolled his eyes and walked off. Like love it.
What's your favorite George Strait song of all time?
Easy Come, Easy Go.
You like the older stuff better than the newer stuff?
Who wrote Easy Come, Easy Go? Was that Don Schlitz? Maybe I don't know.
Not sure.
Who wrote that? I bet. Yeah. Or maybe Dean. Dean probably wrote it. Right?
Dean's written a lot of it.
Dean probably wrote it. Yeah.
Yep. You had a chance to write with Dean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dean's pretty awesome, man. Yeah. Guy's got a great body of work, doesn't he?
Yeah, I was like taking a guitar lesson when I wrote with him. I was like, okay, time out. How do you play that?
Yeah, he's been doing that for a long time. He's a little intimidating, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does that on purpose.
Completely intimidating.
Yeah, he likes to make you nervous and just bash everything that you say, especially that first time you write with him.
Yeah, he's a friend, and once again, like talk about like career things that I've done. I mean, getting to write with Dean Dillon's up there with opening a show for anybody. Like,
yeah,
he's the king.
He really is, man. Yeah. You know, I think he was his sound on those early songs, man. So much of that was Dean. You know, you can credit a lot of Straight's early success with Dean. I really believe you can.
The song that I've probably covered the most of Straight would be "The Chair."
Yeah.
You know, and that's Dean by himself, I think. Or
no, I think Hank Cochran. It was Hank Cochran was on that with him.
Hank and Dean, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because that's that crazy story where they wrote like 3 #1 hits and
when they didn't sleep for 5 days or something.
Yeah. It's a crazy story.
That was on the houseboat when they were hammered drunk out there.
Yeah. I got a chance to spend some time with Hank Cochran before he passed away. He was something else, man. Yeah, he was definitely a trip. Very unique individual. Yeah. So holidays are coming up. We are in December. We're in Maricopa, and love these casinos, man. They've been good to us. You travel a lot outside of Texas. You're working a lot more around the whole country these days.
Yeah, absolutely. We've never stopped, really, because here's the thing. So I was on Universal.
Yep.
So I had those 4 albums on a major label, right? And we got radio, but we never had, like, big hits. You know, we had radio pockets. So we would be good in Denver. We go, around, Chicago area. We'd be good in Atlanta. We'd be good, Kansas City. We had these moments at radio. Never could put it together to have a big song, but so we've always serviced those radio stations, and then we've always had great, turnouts when we go, and we keep coming back, right? So
it makes a lot of difference, man.
Yeah.
The radio market's a tough thing, man. So you had 4 albums, which was MCA, or MCA was
in between Mercury and
MCA, but that was all Universal distribution, right? So
Luke Lewis signed me in like 2006. So, and then I lived there for 4 albums.
Yeah.
I recouped every single album, by the way.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to say.
Hell yeah. All you youngsters out there.
Yeah. Recoupment is where you pay for everything. They make you believe that you're living the life of Riley, and they put you in a bus, and they'll fly you all over the country, and you paying for all that, baby. Yeah, it all comes back.
Yeah, so one thing I'm very proud of is I recouped every publishing deal that I've ever had, and recouped every record deal that I've ever had. It ain't a bunch of money, but I recouped it, right? So I'm proud to say that. That's a success story, in my opinion, as an artist. People always ask me, like, how do you define your success? Well, guess what?
So, were you born in San Marcos, or did you just grow up?
I was born in Cleburne, Texas, which is in Johnson County, which is Fort Worth, basically, South Fort Worth. And so I dreamed of playing Billy Bob's. So Billy Bob's was the staple. So when you were playing and headlining, I was 10 years younger, right, and dreaming of being you. And, I would sneak into Billy Bob's. We had fake IDs, stockyards.
Oh, yeah.
That was my lifelong goal, was to be in a band that played in the stockyards.
So you come from a musical family at all?
Dad, a preacher, Southern Baptist.
Really?
Oh, yeah. So I was in church, on stage, singing, playing piano or guitar, leading worship service at 12. So
that's a pretty big step.
Been doing it a long time.
I can relate to that. Didn't have the preacher dad, but I was very involved in church when I was very young.
Yeah, my mom would do special music, and she'd be like, hey, you want to do special music this week? And then it turned into the next week and every week and every week.
So what does your family think about you playing the bars and the circuit? What was that like when you started doing that?
I mean, it was always a rub.
Yeah.
Right? So by the time I was 16, 17, it was like I was listening to Pearl Jam. I was listening to all kinds of crazy, like, West, music that coming out of Seattle, and had my hair long.
Oh, yeah, the grunge era.
Yeah, got caught with the weed, and, I was troublemaker,
you're
quote unquote.
You're a PK, man.
Yeah.
That's what comes with it.
Troublemaker, quote unquote. But I remember, like, as I kind of, I graduated college in 2001 with a public relations degree, minor business. And I told my parents, hey, I'm going to start this band that I've already kind of started, but just letting you know, and I'm going to do this for a living. And they were not happy. Yeah, not happy. And like 5 years later, 6 years later, those moments started happening where I would be opening up, or I would be, playing finally the big stage at Billy Bob's or whatever. And those moments, they realized that I was treating it like a business, and not a hobby. And everything changed. They were so supportive. They were just thoughtful, caring, loving parents that wanted the best for their child.
I get that, but it's a huge ideological change going from that into most of the establishments, especially that you started in.
I mean, they were just scared.
Yeah,
They were. I mean, hell, I'm 44. I don't even know what I'm doing as a parent, right? They were younger than me.
Nobody ever knows what they're doing as a parent.
No.
Yeah,
They were doing their best.
that's what we all try to
But
do.
you know, they gave me like creativity. They gave me a stage. I mean, that we think about it, the church every Sunday. Yes, when looking back, it was wonderful. I was there. I was on. I had a crowd.
Yeah,
You know, I had the youth group, and I was leading them in songs, and I was learning music and how to play and how to be on stage. You know,
it's a great platform, man.
Yeah.
So brothers and sisters.
yeah, little brother, he's a doctor.
Yeah,
Yeah, completely opposite. He played 4 years of college football, much bigger than me. Typical little brother deal.
yeah,
Yeah, he's great, married, happy, chiropractor.
cool.
He graduated #1 at his school, chiropractic doctor school, #1 in the class. Like,
Overachiever then.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can read a book right now and tell you what it said. I was the worst student ever.
Yeah, it's amazing how different your kids are, and I share the three girls. They're probably extremely different from one to the next, aren't they?
Oh yeah, completely different.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
Little one, I will just say this: her name's Rainey Ryan, and she is us. I'm calling it right now. She can sing. She didn't even hardly talk to me. She sings to me, like she's 5, and every day she's making music up, and
That's awesome.
it's so weird to see it, right?
Isn't it great to see that spark in your kids when you see that it's naturally there? It's just that thing that you know that you can't identify where it came from, but you know if you got it or you don't. It's
Yeah,
just
it's just
something
like
that's
no,
there.
no, stop that. No, do something else.
Yeah, find another path for the love of Jesus, please. So give me a great holiday tradition coming from a Christian family. What's your big holiday tradition with your family?
Nowadays, it's me, right? So it's all about our house, our home.
Yeah.
Used to, we would travel always back to Cleburne or go. My wife's from Plainview, West Texas. We'd have to like split time and whatnot. So we are making the tradition now, which I think is important, right?
Absolutely.
So I think now I needed to be the one that comes up with, the menu. This is what we're going to do. If we're going to play games on Christmas Eve and everybody have a party night that night, which is what we do. And then Christmas Day, we have like get dressed up, get off your ass, put on your makeup, and we're going to have fancy dinner. And I usually cook that night. So a party and a fancy.
A party and a fancy. So real or artificial tree?
Well, for some reason we have 5. I don't know why.
Because that's what women do. You come home and that's what they've got. I understand.
So 1 out of 5 is real.
That's
And we're going to pick it up this week.
That's kind of what we do too. Same deal. The big one in the living room is the real one.
I don't understand it, but
Yeah, she's got them scattered all over.
I just smile the whole time I'm taking it out of the attic. I just smile.
Yeah, it's like, because getting it down, it's like, I got to put all this crap back up here. Every bit of it's got to go right back up that ladder, up into that attic. Oh,
We live in this house in New Braunfels, and it was built in 1941. So it's kind of like the old ranch-style house.
yep.
So 1 story, and it's spread out. It's not very big, but it's real nice. We had these old oak trees on it, like a 200-year-old trees. It's beautiful. And at night, when it's lit up, it's my favorite time of the year. I mean, it's beautiful.
That's beautiful country, too. That's like the rolling hills part. That's in between Austin and San Antonio, isn't it?
They call it the hill
The
country.
hill country.
I call it beautiful.
Yeah, looking down, seeing the lights of Austin, man. It really is pretty country. What's the river that runs through there?
The Guadalupe?
Yep, I think so.
Yes. And the Comal, which the Comal is the shortest spring-fed river in Texas.
Is that where everybody tubes?
They tube on the Comal and the Guadalupe. But yeah, the tube shoot and everything's right downtown New Braunfels, and it's crazy. There's pictures of it this past summer because people couldn't tube, during the
COVID.
whatever that was.
Yeah.
And this past summer, you wouldn't want to get in that
Yeah.
water.
especially get in late in the day.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's kind of heaven too there in New Braunfels. We have Schlitterbahn. Are you familiar?
Very much so.
Yeah, the biggest water park in the world is right there.
I've got one in Galveston too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my little girls have a season pass, and we can golf cart down to Schlitterbahn.
What's not to like?
That's just like normal.
Absolutely.
To
Get in the
me-
lazy river, float around.
To me, that was like vacation. That was Disney World to me. And they're like, oh yeah, let's go. Yeah. So you go down there to Schlitterbahn, whatever.
As long as I can get in a tube and float around all day, I'm fine.
It is wonderful.
Yeah, I don't need much more than that.
Yeah, they stock the Guadalupe too with trout, so you can fly fish there. Some of the best, right there.
That's awesome. I always loved doing that. We grew up doing a lot of that stuff too. Ours was the Little River back home when we were in high school, and there's a lot of alligator in them now. I mean, they've kind of overpopulated them with alligator and not real safe up there anymore.
My wife is always like telling me I have to have a hobby, right? Because all I do is play music, work, play music, work, right? That's how we're programmed. My hobby became my job, and so I try to fly fish, right? Have you done this? Are you good at it?
Bit.
Are you good?
I can't say I'm good. I haven't done it enough to be good at it. I can cast the thing.
I was worried you were going to ask me about all my hobbies and like.
Oh, I was getting there.
This conversation was going to be weird. I've tried that. I'm telling you right now, I'm not old enough yet. I don't have enough patience.
Yeah.
Everybody says, hey, learn to fly fish, go out with a guide. You know, it'll become your thing. No, it didn't become my thing. It just pissed me off.
Yeah, it's a different thing because you got to learn which bugs are indigenous to the place that you're fishing.
Yes.
So you got to have the right flies, and you got to be able to land the thing right there in those pockets. And it's just there's a lot to it, man. It's not that easy of a thing.
Yeah, my guy was started talking about the hatch and all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, I can't even swing this thing right now without it getting tangled up.
I grew up more of a bottom fisher, like catfish.
Yeah, that's easy.
Crappie and all that stuff. That's kind of where we grew up. Yeah.
You've been noodling?
I have not done the noodling, but for all the Hannah Barron fans out there, we know exactly who she is. You know who Hannah Barron is?
Yes.
Little girl from Alabama, I think. Yes. She gets she stick her arm down in there and grab them big old catfish.
Brave.
Yeah.
Ain't doing it.
Yeah. Get your skin all peeled off your arm.
Yeah. No, thank you.
So what's the greatest city that you like? What's your favorite city out there in the country?
I dig me some Chicago for some reason.
Really?
I think maybe probably Michael Jordan, right? So when I was little, biggest thing in the world was Michael Jordan. And the Cubs. I love the Cubs. I love Wrigleyville. I love getting on the L and hitting a day game and hanging out around that area is just something about it, you know.
Yeah. It's sad, though. It's kind of gone a little bit downhill through the last couple of years with all the violence and stuff that's going on in Chicago.
Yeah, we took my daughter. For some reason, my 9-year-old, she has always dreamed of Chicago. So we took her and had a great time.
Yeah.
Didn't run into any badness.
That's good. I've been to a couple of Cub games there, man. That field is still very unique, man. It's amazing how they held on to the culture there and really maintain that ballpark, man. It's still something really special, I think.
Talking about getting nervous, I've thrown out the first pitch twice.
Really?
At, Wrigley Field. Most nervous I've ever been in my life. I mean, shaking.
Did you make it?
Oh, the first one, no.
Hit the ground?
Oh, dude, I bounced it in, and then they put me like on third baseline. And I get to my seat. I'm like, oh, God, thank God it's over. And this lady was like, you didn't even make the plate, you loser. I was like, God, just let me eat my hot dog. Leave me alone.
How far of a throw is that? I should know that.
It's far.
It's damn far.
It's further than you think.
A little further than you think.
Man, do y'all like messing with people out on the road? You play pranks on each other, and a lot of your guys have been with you a long time, hadn't they?
So same 5 guys, 21 years. So I think the pranks have already run its course.
So what's the biggest fight you've ever had internally? Because I know you've had some.
Well, there's been fist fights.
Oh, knockdown, dragouts, the good
Absolutely.
ones. Yeah.
My favorite thing to do now, still, to piss people off is when I get my shirt on, I take my hanger and I stick it under somebody's pillow just to fuck with. Then when they go to bed, they're like, Randy got me. Stupid hanger.
Our merch guy he'd skin the sleeves of the CDs and then take all that plastic and stick it up inside my pillowcase, up under my sheet, and I'd just get in there so tired I just wouldn't give a damn. Every time I'd move, it just.
By the way, that's Derek.
Hey, man,
In case y'all hadn't met, that's Scott. Yep.
Howdy.
Yep.
One time our merch guy was stealing from us, and we kind of knew it, but whatever. And we went under his bunk and we found like 5G and Jeffrey, our guitar player, and I stole it from him after he stole it from us, and then we spin it in like 20 minutes for fun. And he never
Never said a word.
said a word.
Wow.
We were tipping waitresses like $500. They're like, you just ordered a beer. I don't know. You keep it.
So when y'all fought, did you fight over songs? What'd you fight over?
What do we fight over?
The toilet?
Direction. No, like the real fights, the ones that mean something. Direction. Songs. Like I would write a song, bring it to the table, feel wholeheartedly that it was something that would be good for our band, and they vote against it, and really pissed me off. Luke Bryan had a huge hit with a song called "Drink a Beer." Okay, we were still on MCA at the time. That song was pitched to me. I think Stapleton wrote it with Luke, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was out there. It was floating around. Heard it, wanted it, begged the band to cut it. They said no, and it was number one like in a year, which is good, by the way, because if we would have cut it, that wouldn't happen.
You never know. You don't know.
But they left. The point is, like, those little moments like that. The biggest arguments that we've ever had would be the writing process, not the recording process. In the studio, we're great. We're magic.
So is it it's 5 original members, so everybody has to have a unanimous vote for a song to get cut? What's your internal process? What's that?
Yeah, everybody has a vote.
Everybody has a vote, but is it majority rules or is it a unanimous decision?
No, because they'll shame me if like I'm dead set on something. They'll like, get together and shame me out of it somehow. Yeah. I mean, it's a democracy in every sense, really. I mean, we're an anomaly in this industry.
Yeah.
I mean, same 5 guys.
That's pretty amazing.
Signed
so at this
together.
point, I'm sure y'all have less issues as you've all kind of settled into your own role. As you get older, you don't seem to fight all that much anymore.
100%. Like the Willie way was always our thing. You can smoke, you can drink, but nothing else. Right?
Yeah,
so we've kept each other in check. So life's pretty easy and good right now.
Respect each other's boundaries.
Yeah.
Stay out
I mean,
of
we don't get along. I just went right now and had lunch with John, our bass player, and we don't have much one-on-one time.
Yeah.
We do different things, and we get along great. I mean, we're friends. We have our differences, but we respect each other's differences.
What's the band's favorite activity on the road? Y'all play basketball?
Yeah,
you play golf? Different
golf,
things?
yeah. Our drummer, Les Lawless, who, by the way, don't steal him away from me, is the best drummer, probably the best musician in our band.
Awesome.
And also the best golfer, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he scratch? 2 handicap?
Easy, yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it look too easy.
I hate those guys.
Hits it a mile.
God, I hate those guys. Yeah, I think I swing as hard as I can, and 250, 260 maybe on a good day. Yeah, I see those guys out there cranking them out 350.
I'm a bogey golfer, so I can go out there and hang with anybody, but I'm not very competitive when it comes to sports because I'm not good.
Yeah.
Right? I'm competitive in this industry because I'm good.
Yep.
But when it comes to sports and golf, I don't know.
You go out there and
it didn't piss me off. Oh, wow, that went to the woods.
Yep, there you go. Whatever.
Whatever.
And if you look for it for 2 seconds, throw another ball down. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not worried about the other stuff.
We can hang out all the time.
Yeah, I don't take it that dang seriously. Not at all.
Which, by the way, I had fun at your golf tournament. It was great.
We'll look forward to having you back. Hopefully
Yeah.
the schedules will line up again this year. It's turned out to be a really good thing.
I got a really good picture with John Daly. Very happy about that.
I love John, man.
I had a really cool shirt on too. My friends gave me this shirt, and man, he commented. He said he liked my shirt, so that's a big deal.
John's funny, man. He's got his Arkansas Razorback golf cart that he's got out there, and we had this little shootout at the end that was like, I'd say it's probably 140 yards, something like that, to chip up. Whoever was closest to the hole won a prize. And everybody's out there to finish up, and John's the last one. There's a couple that are inside 2 feet. John's staggering by this point. I mean, he's been smoking cigarettes and drinking all day.
Crushing
so
cigs.
Just crushing. So
Crushing
he
them.
gets out. He don't even take a practice swing. I mean, he's swaying like this, and he looks at the pin, looks at his ball, swings and sticks it 6 inches from the freaking cup. Plants it and backs it right up even with the hole. I'm like, how do you do that? It's just crazy how good he is.
Yeah. Not fair.
He don't care. No.
One of my favorite moments from your golf tournament, Bob came up to me and told me that my problem was that I was in the middle of my career. I wasn't young enough to be the new young guy and not old enough to be the new cool old guy. And so I'm just in the middle, and it sucks. That's what he told me.
That's interesting. I've never heard
Thanks,
that.
Bob.
Keep your opinion to yourself. I want your opinion. I'll ask for it. So
I'm coming back to your golf tournament with vengeance.
come on, man. Yeah. Should be plenty of liquor around the course.
There was.
Yeah, it's a fun time. Yeah, I think we're going to put a big tent and everything up this year so we can move everybody out to a centralized location. Not enough room on that porch for everybody to see.
We just had our 15th annual Randy Rogers Band golf charity event, and was maybe our biggest.
Cool. Where's it at?
In down there in New Braunfels.
Cool.
Yeah, Spring Branch, Texas, River Crossing Country Club. We did this year. We did the Crisis Center of Comal County. It burned down, and they had to move. So all these ladies and families were displaced, and so that was. I'm actually going Monday to give them the money. So,
That's awesome, man.
yeah, we had a great time. Jim Beavers came down and played, and Randy Montana came down and played. Great songwriters. It was a good time.
So you work with the Beavers, but I think Brett didn't you write a bunch of stuff with Brett?
No, just Jim.
Just Jim?
Yeah, Jim and I. Yeah,
Jim and I.
have written a few. He's written a bunch, man. He wrote Red Solo Cup. Come on.
Yeah, shit. Hanging out with Toby Keith too much for that. I'm glad to see Toby doing better, man. I've been worried about him for a while. Looks like he's kind of getting back on the mend and stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
I heard that. So.
It's been a good year for everybody though. You know, I'm glad to see everybody back on the road and touring and having success and grinding it out like what we do, man. We're grinders. We stay out here and work.
Yeah, people don't understand. Like maybe people that listen to your podcast or our fans maybe understand, but the only way we make money is to physically show up and play a show. Like there's no other way.
Yeah, because the streaming platforms, we don't really sell enough product anymore. It's all streaming based these days. New vehicles don't have CD players in them, you know, so what little bits left is almost gone. There's not going to be a lot of time for physical product.
Yeah, and it's not poor pitiful us, right?
No.
It's not that. It's just people should understand, like, you give $10 a month to a platform who literally pays
Pennies.
your favorite artist, like Dua Lipa or Justin Bieber, you know, pennies.
Pennies.
Yeah.
Pennies on the dollar. Fractions of pennies on the dollar for that matter. Yeah.
So that's why we're all thankful to anybody that buys a ticket, comes to a show, buys a t-shirt.
And a t-shirt and all that stuff, because it never fails. Just when you think you're in the black and you're finishing up the year, your bus will break down. You'll blow an engine or a transmission or have to get 4 new tires, Lord forbid. And tires ain't cheap either. So it's not gas prices are killing us out here right now too.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm so glad that I'm not superstar, because can you imagine having like 5 tour buses and 5 trucks out right now?
No.
Like,
And I worry about next year with everybody getting back out. There's a lot of big tours with these massive bloated production budgets. You know, they're going out there carrying a whole lot of stuff, and ticket prices are going to be high. I think the economy's going to soften next year. I mean, looking at it, I think guys that are still hanging out in the middle of the pack that can keep a reasonable ticket price are going to be able to continue to work a whole lot. I don't know. Maybe wrong. You know?
stock market just crashed a little bit now, just because he said that. You heard it first here.
You never know, man. It's not going to be an easy year. I think it's going to tighten up next year.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas to the family. Yeah. Don't trust my financial advice. I am not the guy to talk to.
Don't buy that virtual reality headset just yet. Save your money.
For God's sake, don't buy a new vehicle. Can't nobody afford that.
I got me a Chevy deal. I drive a Chevy. Valmark Chevrolet, New Braunfels, Texas.
There you go. Gotta like that.
Yep. Sing for your beans.
Yep.
That's what Mama said.
Got a diesel or gas engine.
Gas engine.
Come on, baby.
Yeah. I'm not like country enough to have a diesel truck.
Does that mean you're country?
I'm country than that. If you got to say you're country, you ain't country.
Yeah, but if you live in that part of Texas, you're pretty much country. I'm
I
telling
ain't
you.
afraid.
Yep. So you don't do nothing when you're off work. You don't plant a garden. You don't read a book. You know.
I like to cook, man.
Yeah,
I love cooking, and I love being a host. You know, I love making things perfect when I'm home.
Yep.
You know, laying it out, really trying to make it, you know, nice for everybody.
So steaks on the grill. You do.
Oh, yeah.
You do a smoker. You know.
Yeah, everybody thinks we barbecue in Texas. You know, some friends of mine smoke, you know, all day, and they're like proud of their ribs and all that stuff. I don't do that. No, I'm more like a gourmet chef, Tracy.
Really?
So how would you make an omelet? I mean, the best omelet you ever made for somebody else.
I'd ask my wife to do that. I don't cook breakfast.
You don't do
I'm not talking about breakfast. Omelet for dinner.
So if Tracy Lawrence Band and Crews coming to your house tonight, what you cooking for us?
That's a good question right there.
Just a 6 ounce to 8 ounce tenderloin steak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some Brussels sprouts.
Oh yeah.
Maybe a sweet potato.
Oh yeah.
And onions and mushrooms.
Nice.
Hey. And what time do you want us there?
What time is it? What time is it back in Texas?
It's almost over. So when's your last show? When you wrap up this year?
Today.
This is it.
I go home. I get dropped off at the El Paso airport
There
in the
you
morning.
go. Yeah.
Fly home, and I play Billy Bob's New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Everybody come out. BillyBobsTexas.com. Get your tickets.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then going skiing with the girls, and then going to Key West, 2 Mile Zero Festival.
Yeah. Songwriter Festival.
Love it. No, it's a different festival. It's full bands for the whole week.
Gotcha.
Mile Zero Festival.
Okay.
We'll be there, which I love. Key West, God, I could just move there and just play at a bar.
The fishing's amazing down there.
So
A couple of times that I've been, man, because you don't have to go, you know, when we're down in the Gulf, man, you got to go 40 miles out to be able to get the blue water. You're right there. You don't have to go anywhere. I mean, there's just, the fishing is absolutely unbelievable.
I haven't been offshore there. I only go to Cabo to do the offshore. Got to go to Cabo.
Yeah. Black Marlin, man.
Oh yeah.
You fished that Marlin tournament down there?
I've never fished it. I bet money on people that fished it and lost.
Yeah. They've caught some big black marlin down there. That thing's amazing. Never fished it, but I've seen a lot of stuff that comes out of it. Yeah,
I caught a tuna. That was one of the funnest days of my life.
That's
was that
awesome.
tuna where they fly the kite over to the side of the boat, and you can watch them hit the bait and everything. And man, ate it right there on the boat.
That's awesome.
So fun.
Absolutely. Do any hunting?
No, I don't hunt.
Yeah.
I'll go fishing with you though. I'll go bird hunting with you.
Yep.
Sitting in the blind though ain't for me.
Yeah.
Maybe because I've never like done it. But so many people ask me, being in this industry, right?
Yep.
People like, I'll take you hunting. I'll put you on this trip. Let's go do this. And I hadn't gotten into it yet.
Yeah, they're all over the place. You know, I like a lot of West Texas. I like that area down there a lot, man. A lot of those big ranches are some amazing animals.
I don't have anything against it. I just didn't grow up doing it. So
I like to eat. I mean, I like wild game. That's what I love about it.
yeah, I mean, it looks fun. It's like scotch. You got to wait till you're a little bit older to, get your
Learn to
scotch.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
kind of like cabbage.
Like,
Scotch and cabbage.
well, yeah, cigars maybe. Like I'm not gonna sit around and smoke a cigar. Like, no, but maybe like 5 years from now I might.
I don't know. They always taste like a cat found you in the middle of the night when I wake up after smoking a cigar.
Yeah, it's like, why did I do that?
Yeah, because I don't. But I'll take a glass of whiskey and some scotch now. I mean, I'm all about that.
Yeah, I haven't ever gotten into like Pappy Van Winkle or like the expensive stuff.
Oh,
You know.
that's good for you.
Yeah.
The scotch can get a little bit too smoky, though. That's what I don't like about it.
I just launched my own whiskey, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's called Bondbreaker, Spirit of New Braunfels, Slow River Blend Bondbreaker. I have some on the bus. I'll bring you one.
Love to try it.
Yeah, it's a Hefeweizen whiskey. So it's blended, and it's delicious. It's like it's very clovey and a little sweet to it,
Cool.
which is, I know, not the whiskey thing, right? But
It doesn't matter, man. There's all different kinds.
it's easy drinking.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, clove and lemons. It's delicious.
So what's it called again?
Bondbreaker, Slow River Blend.
And where can we find it at?
In Texas right now.
Gotcha.
So, like, it's in every liquor store in Texas.
Cool. That's a good thing, man.
It's fun.
Yep.
I did it during COVID. we some friends of mine started this thing. No fucking clue what we're doing. And every Monday we would taste different blends. So I'd come home and my wife would be like, "Really, dude?"
I'm working. Daddy's working. I just want to make that clear.
So we tasted all these blended whiskeys, and we landed on this product, and it's really good.
I like whiskey.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some right now.
I think you should.
Yeah.
Let's take a break. Go get some. We'll try some right here.
I can do it.
Go do it. Come on. So tell me all about it.
Yeah, so it is blended. It's 3 years old, and it's blended with lemon peel and clove. So you can see it if you hold it up to the light. You can actually see the little flakes in there. No other way to say it, flakes.
And those were called what? Macerations?
Well, no, it's maceration is like it's blended, basically blended, right?
Yeah.
In Austin, Texas.
I remember seeing flakes in Goldschlager too. You ever drink Goldschlager? Let's see what it's like.
Don't bring up that memory.
That's good.
Yeah. It's clove.
I can taste it. It's got a clove finish to it. You ever smoke clove cigarettes? You can taste it.
I like it. So when I got on board, my partners they had been down the highway with this for a while.
Yeah.
So they asked me, to come on and give my 2 cents, and I said I wanted it sweeter than not, because I don't want a female to be scared of this. Like, I don't want to make my wife this drink.
Yeah.
You know,
You don't want it to burn and like crash in the bottom of your
yeah.
gut. Sometimes they hit a little bit hard.
people freak out.
Yep.
Yeah. So
So it's got the little sweetness like Crown does, just a little bit. So how do they sweeten it up? Do you know? I mean,
it ain't sugar. I know that.
yeah, but you don't know. I don't. I'm asking because I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know.
From what is it? Jack Daniels, but I know that's sugar maple, but that's sour mash, so it's not really. How does Crown get the sweetness, or anything get the sweetness in it without the sugar? I don't know. Maybe we should Google this. How about that?
Learn how to make it.
Would it be honey? I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, it has just happened naturally in the fermenting process.
I don't think it does. I mean, I don't think sweetness happens. I mean, because I like straight moonshine. I like jet fuel.
So, like, all these things that I've done in my life, like own bars, write songs, be on stage, blah, blah, blah. People have an opinion about it, right?
Oh yeah.
I've never had more people have an opinion about something than this whiskey. Like, people always say to me now, oh, I like it or I don't like it. But if they don't like it in this industry, they tell you. So if they come to your show, they don't like your show, yeah, maybe they don't go back.
Yeah.
This industry, they're like, your product sucks. It's wild. I'm like, why? Don't say that.
Yeah.
Here we are. The main reason
just hanging out.
whiskey tastes sweet has to do with the sweet raw materials used, grain and oat.
Boom, told you.
Really?
Complex grains converted
Fermentation.
into simple sugars. Yep.
They add water to crush grains. Okay.
Fermentation.
Yeah.
The fermentation.
Fermentation and maceration.
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 Say that after about a half a bottle of this.
Hey, the thing about this is, though, like, I don't know if you've read about the exits on these whiskeys. I mean, Conor McGregor, did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
That
Yep.
deal?
Yep.
No.
It was,
Crushed it.
yeah.
I'm not saying we're going to do that, but, like, if you do hit a home run in the spirit world, whew.
I've been in the spirit world. I like spirit world.
Me too.
Yeah, yeah. It's there's a lot of money to be made, especially as you branch out. I mean, if you're all over Texas, you're probably doing pretty well with it.
Yeah, we're just trying to get on those accounts, like, we need a drink on your menu at your restaurant, like, we want to have all those on-premise accounts, too, where
Yeah.
it becomes a thing, Like, one of the reasons Tito's became Tito's, right? I mean, it was just every single bar had to have it.
And every golf tournament, they just saturated everything.
And his name's Tito Beverage, and he did it himself. Like, he went around and visited all those restaurants. He visited all the liquor stores. Like, hey, please put my product here. I'll cut you this deal if you'll give me this placement. It's a lot of moving and shaking.
Yeah, John Rich has done. That's what he's been doing.
A lot of moving parts.
Lots and lots of.
I've been going to these liquor stores and, like, doing bottle signings. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, you run into some weird people at liquor stores, man.
I would have never thought that.
Yeah. At noon. At noon on a Friday, liquor store.
After
Crazy.
you get your check,
Yeah. People like see you there. They don't even know who you are or why you're there. Oh, shit, I'm going to stand in line to meet that guy.
Yeah, and then they
Drink
got,
some free whiskey.
they got an opinion.
Yeah.
Right after that.
Like, this sucks. Your whiskey's weak.
But let me have another one, make sure.
It's not.
What is it running? About 80 proof?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kept it right there under. So
Yeah.
not too cray-cray.
So what's your tequila of choice?
Tequila of choice. George Trader, love you. Codigo. Codigo and Yeho.
And yeah.
No, I drink Casa Azul quite a bit.
Yeah.
Anything Reposado or Añejo. I'm not too picky.
Yeah. No Cuervo these days. I
No,
passed that a long time ago.
Yes, that's gone.
Yeah. Like old Charter and Cuervo when you're young. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. That's tough, man.
Yeah, we drink the Don Julio Reposado on the bus, you know. Our band still drinks Jaeger. Insane.
Man, I black out on
Gross.
Jaeger. I don't remember things when I drink Jaeger. My wife doesn't allow me to drink Jaeger.
I had to have a Jaeger bomb the other night just to
He had to.
maintain. It's got the Red Bull in it. I was dragging, man. Vegas wear you down.
Yeah.
It does when you stay up all night.
Roulette, man. It's a hell of a drug.
Every time they take a Jaeger bomb, I take a tequila shot. So I can't do the Jaeger bomb.
I can't do the Jaeger, man.
I'm too old for that shit.
Nah, I can't do it. What is it? Do you drop the Jaeger in a beer and it tastes like a Dr. Pepper?
It's
Jaeger bombs?
Jaeger and Red Bull.
Yeah.
You can drop it in the shop. But most of the time, they just mix it for you.
I will say one thing about this, just to finish up our whiskey pitch.
A tutorial?
If you put a shot of that on top of frozen margarita,
Yeah.
you're in heaven.
Okay. That's good to know.
Okay. Be good for breakfast, too. Instead of an omelet.
Oh, man. I'm glad everybody's winding down. We're almost done, brother. We're almost there at the home.
What's on your Christmas wish list? What does Tracy Lawrence want for Christmas?
That's a great question.
Does anybody know?
My wife and I are getting each other bicycles. We're going to start riding a little bit more on the road, doing some activities. You know, got bad knees, so I can't run. So I think that's both kids are in college now, so she's spending more time on the road.
My wife told me she wanted a kitchen table opposite of a bike. We're just gonna eat.
Yeah.
Not right.
I think those are the least outlaw answers I think I've ever heard in my entire life.
Boring.
What? Well, I have a lot of other stuff on the list too, man. I want a Frenchie over under 20 gauge shotgun.
There you go.
That's on the list too. I'm probably not gonna get that one.
There we go.
I mean, what else? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I want, but you know.
What do you get the guy that has everything?
The bad thing about us in this day and age, you want it, you just go get it. You know, I'm not very patient. I find a situation, I want it now, I go get it. I can't wait for Christmas.
You're hard to buy for, Tracy.
Oh,
Well,
I'm telling you.
I was going through Facebook the other day, and I keep getting this ad for this little ball that you throw, and it kind of flies, and it's like a boomerang. It comes back to you kind of slow motion.
It's a little hovercraft in the ball.
Yeah, a little hovercraft in a ball.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want that piece of shit, whatever. And I kept scrolling, and it came up again. And now, after seeing it about 8 times, I'm thinking, that might be kind of fun,
You
But
got duped, bro. You fell for it.
They just keep throwing it at you till you give up.
I don't know how it works. Maybe I'll get it for the kids, and they'll play with it. But
You fell for the marketing.
I fell for it.
Hey,
Somehow.
it's all the more times they hit you, that's what gets you. They just keep throwing it at you till you give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt beat down. That's for sure.
You look beat down, Scott.
Christmas is
You really
killing me.
do.
I have to get on Amazon and just buy some crap quick. I've got 2 girls also, so
Yeah.
I have no idea what to buy them. So Tammy does most of that, my wife. But come Christmas morning, I want something from me that nobody knew about for them. So it's always tricky trying to get the right present under the tree.
Jewelry works.
Jewelry always
yeah,
works.
that's a good suggestion. I like that.
Spa package. Those are good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
You
was
got all your shopping done?
My littlest one is into temporary tattoos. That works.
Oh, that's a great.
I love
idea.
tattoos, man.
Yeah, that's
I got a bunch of tattoos.
I'm all about the
temporary
tats, man.
tattoos. That's a good one.
I'm scared of tattoos now, though.
Wow.
They hurt bad.
That's the fun
They
part.
hurt much worse now than they did
Why's that?
years ago.
The skin's supposed to lose more of its nerves by the time you get older.
No.
Yeah.
I think it's different now. Things hurt more
I
now.
like the pain.
Things hurt more now.
I do. Oh, there's something
That's a
about
great-
it,
That
man.
sounds like
title.
a song idea.
Yeah,
right there.
things hurt more
Things
now.
hurt more now.
Yes, they do.
God dang, we're about to get in the back of this bus and write a song.
Golly.
Did I get
I can't even.
25%? I was here.
I can't even jump out of the back of a pickup truck without it hurting. I'm telling you, that sucks to get old.
Dude, I sat Indian style for about 45 minutes the other day editing a podcast for the first time in about 15 years, sitting Indian style. It took me about 7 minutes to get my legs straightened back out.
You're young though. Look
I'm
at you.
35. It's
You're
like,
young.
what is going on here?
Oh, my goodness.
So, lesson learned: don't sit Indian style.
Hey, lesson learned. Here's this photo here. This is at the ACM Awards. We were nominated for Band of the Year back in the day. Horrible outfit choice. Look at that. Can't wear black and blue.
No, that's not a good choice. Your wife, what'd your wife say about that?
Who was my publicist at the time? What the hell is this? We were young there.
Well, I liked it because it says Bellagio in the background. That's my favorite place in Vegas. I like
We
it.
were youngsters.
God, man, time has sure flown by, hadn't it?
Oh, God. Time marches on.
Yeah,
I was waiting for it.
There it
bring
is.
it back.
There it is.
I try to avoid that as much as I can.
Oh, you just walked right into it.
I just threw lesson learned in there. So, man, where's yours at, Scott?
I think it was me.
God, what am I gonna do with y'all?
And this podcast is officially over.
Winding down, man. Oh, so all let's do all the business parts of it. You got a new album out?
Yep.
What's it called?
Homecoming.
Yep.
Came out in October. New single's called Fast Car. I love it.
Okay.
The only song on the album I didn't write. Go figure.
Yeah. So what's y'all's marketing strategy? You're on a independent label?
Yes, sir. We
Your own label, or what? You're on
do
your
our own stuff, own label.
Yep.
30 Tigers puts it out for us.
Gotcha.
That platform, and we do our best. The game is very different than it was 20 years ago.
Absolutely.
So, we service those radio stations. We work Texas radio, and they've been wonderful to us. Thank you so much, Regional Texas Radio, for always supporting, our songs. And we go out there and just take the music to the people.
Yeah, it's different. It's almost, I can't say it's not impossible, but hiring outsourced promotion staffs and all that stuff, it's way too expensive to try to play the commercial game on radio anymore. You just can't do it as an independent artist.
Yeah, and I'm in the middle of my career.
Yeah. You're right there. You're like stuck in no man's land.
No man's land.
My favorite thing
Oh
that y'all
gosh, now I'm going to worry about that. No man's land. Tracy Lawrence told me that I'm in no man's
Well,
land.
that's what the guy kind of said to you. Wasn't me. I was just saying what he said.
It was Kid Rock. Kid Rock told me. Bob,
What does Bob know? Hell,
what does he know?
he has
Jeez.
a golden shower in his house. That is awesome. It's awesome.
got that rock and roll money though. That's a whole different thing, man. He's got that FU money,
Yeah.
He's living in a double wide until his house gets built.
and
right
it
now.
looks
That
like
is-
the White House.
It's awesome. Yeah.
I would like to see the number of CDs that he sold at Walmart.
The third CD I ever bought in my entire life with
Boom,
my own
told
money was Devil Without a Cause. No kidding.
Yeah.
First one was Space Jam soundtrack. I was 12, okay? Don't judge me.
Space Jam.
Still, that still's a good song.
I wanna ask you about Kyleigh. I mean, who put y'all together? I really liked that record. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, she came along and can't remember who it was. Maybe Irv Woolsey or Alan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Put me on. She started opening shows, and we did a song together. And now her career is has nothing to do with me trying to prop her up. She's just blowing and going, which is great. Which I think too, Kyleigh Fry and
Fry or Frey?
Fry,
Fry.
like French fry. I think we're due a female artist goes commercial big from Texas.
I think so.
I mean, she's from Louisiana, but she's in that.
That's how I look at Lainey Wilson, man. Lainey Wilson's hot as a firecracker right now.
Yeah, but she ain't from Texas.
She from Louisiana too.
I think we're due. I think there's like a 16-year-old little girl out there who's idolized Miranda for years, writing songs on her, couch right now,
Yeah.
and
They're there.
going to be the biggest thing ever. Like it's we're due. Just Miranda's success has been so good for those young female artists.
I agree, absolutely. Because she's just real, man. She just does her thing. She's a great songwriter, and she's just really talented. She does a great show. She's a solid singer. I mean, she's just got all the tools.
Yeah. So my I bet you how much money I got in my pocket, not much. Vegas took me down, but
Just got some Vegas.
I bet you the next biggest thing out of Texas will be a female artist.
I'd like to see that happen.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sure they're out there. And she's probably playing at one of the Cowboys or Billy Bob's on a Thursday night or something.
You know, the other thing too is like we need a Mexican, American, Hispanic male or female country music star. You know, there's not.
You know, Rick Trevino was close. We hadn't had anybody.
Yep.
I mean, it's been a long time.
I bet on that. Like somebody who's bilingual and can deliver both. You know, at the same time. You know, English and Spanish, same song. You know.
Yeah, like Freddie.
Yeah, I mean, biggest star, right? Freddie Fender, biggest star. Hadn't been one since. You know, where's that at in country music?
It needs to come back. I agree.
We need that.
Because there's sure a market for it.
Yep.
I agree.
Yep.
It's been.
I just played McAllen, you know, Texas down the valley.
Yeah.
And
you know Nano down there?
oh yeah,
I know Nano.
Nano Ramirez.
Yeah.
He gave me his book.
The Villarreal.
Yeah, he gave me his book.
I love Nano, man.
Have you seen his book?
I have not.
Oh,
Is
wish
it,
I had it.
Is it pretty interesting?
He archived every single show that he ever promoted.
Really?
Yes. I mean, we're talking like rock, rap, country, Tejano, Norteño. Unbelievable what this guy has archived.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Ticket stubs, posters, lists of dates. Like he did a lot of work.
He did, and we've worked a lot with him down there. He was always good to us, man. Think a lot of him. That's a great market.
I played his birthday party last weekend. So 77.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Nano Ramirez, the king.
He is
El
the
jefe.
for sure, man.
Can I throw out a compliment for your? Is it Todd that plays piano and fiddle?
Todd Stewart, yeah.
The B3 parts are incredible. I'm a piano player, so I always kind of listen for those.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it brings a nice gospel flair to the record.
Does he play better than you?
He's pretty damn good.
He's good.
Yeah, I like his playing.
I was just checking.
Yeah, he's our sixth Beatle.
Nobody.
I think he's been in the band like 10 or 15 years. I have no clue, but he was an original member, but like,
Yeah.
you know.
So he don't get paid as much as the other five.
We might need another shot before you answer.
No, he doesn't.
I didn't hear the other guy.
Oh, I'm stirring up crap, man. Man, it's been good sitting and visiting with you. Thank you for giving me a little bit of time today.
Heck yeah.
I don't know what else to talk about. If you want to talk about something else, we can sit here and drink all afternoon.
We can take a nap. It's almost nap
I
time.
need a nap, too. I'm still recovering from Vegas.
I grew up a big fan of yours, so thank you for having me. Even though we're only 10 years apart, you were doing everything I wanted to do.
I got blessed.
That's why I'm here.
Very
You're one of the
very
reasons why I'm here.
Thank you very much.
Hell
man.
yeah.
I've had a great journey. It's been pretty interesting. Lots of highs and lows, but made a lot of friends along the way, man. And I'm like you. I still love being out here, man. Whether it's a crappy honky tonk somewhere in front of 200 people or on stage playing in front of 15,000, it doesn't matter, man. I can't imagine. That's the one thing that I learned from COVID. You know, you don't realize how much you get used to getting that energy from that crowd, and when it's taken away from you. I went through a depression. Did you go through that stuff too? I mean, just being able to go out, but going out every weekend where you're getting that rush back from the crowd and that energy and excitement, man, when you lose that for months at a time. I'd never been through that. I mean, I've been performing since I was 14 years old.
Well, you know, as we get older, the crash and burn is different, right? Mondays are different than they used to be.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, it was like a whole year of Mondays.
Oh my God, that's a great way to say it.
Yeah, COVID was.
There's 3 song titles that came from this podcast already.
A whole year of Mondays.
You know, I will
That
say
would
this.
suck.
Yeah.
You know how bad that would suck?
In closing, I'm going to pay you a compliment, and you have to take it and just realize it.
Okay.
You probably people don't tell you how they really feel often, but I'm so jealous of your hits because they're great songs. And I'm a song guy. I try my best to write them and find them, you know. And I'm so jealous of your hits because tonight I'm going to watch your show and it's going to be boom, boom, boom. Everybody knows all the words. You're so lucky and blessed to have had those hits because they're parts of people's lives, beautiful songs at radio, and I'm so jealous of that because I don't have them. I have them, but not on the scale that you do.
I understand.
And so take that compliment and
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
I appreciate that. Appreciate you, my friend.
Jealous of your hits.
Thank you for sharing your time with us. Hope you have a great holiday with your family.
Yes, sir.
Look forward to seeing you get out there on the road. Great. Looking forward to sharing the stage with you tonight too, brother.
Hell yeah.
Randy Rogers, give it up for him.
Yeah.